Just enjoying the last bit of English sunshine there before it goes away, which it will do, probably about an hour or so. This winter, this cold winter's day in November 2020. But anyway, yeah. So, I have an update on my movies that I'm working on. Future plans for the channel. Future plans, you know. I got 3 big movies I needed to get. I want to get done, and I've done 2 of them so far. I've done Life Deeper Than a Dream. It's done, and that movie is so. I filmed it ages ago. Honestly, I did. It just took me such a long time to get around to just finishing it off. I've done Hated Guests. The second movie was Hated Guests. I've done it. And that movie, the extra scenes I filmed, the movie itself is quite old, but the extra scenes I filmed, I actually did them kind of like last month, so it's more recent. But I managed to get it done. And that movie is finished, as far as I'm concerned. I mean, I might come up with some new ideas for it, but right now, I'm happy with what that movie is and where I've managed to get it so far, with the storyline of the guests in this old, creaky, haunted house. So I'm yeah. So as far as I'm concerned, Hate Guests is finished. Again, I might come up with extra scenes, but unless I get some sort of a contract from a studio and they say they want to do a big budget version of it, which of course, as you know, will never happen in the real world. As far as I'm concerned, Hated Guests is done. That leaves one last big movie project that I'm working on right now, and that movie is called Unseen, and it's about an alien that, you know, is invisible. It's about an alien that's invisible. No one can see it. Hence the name of the movie. And you know, I've been working on this movie for a long damn time. I've just been doing a little bit of editing just now, just looking at it, and God, I filmed it, you know, a couple of years ago now. Some of the footage on it is quite old, and I'm just looking at it, and I've just read the script again just to figure out what I'm doing, where I'm going, because I let the project sleep for a while. It's got covered in dust, and I've got to blow the dust away and try and, you know, revitalize it. But damn, I'm just looking at the footage for this movie and I just don't know where to start. You know, I've read the script, but still, I'm just looking at all the hours and hours worth of film, and obviously I'm going to have to carve all those hours worth of filming. I'm going to have to carve it up and get maybe just, I don't know, maybe carve out of it an hour's worth of movie. There's no point in the movie being too long, because again, you know, if it's too long, no one's going to want to sit down and watch it. It's just the way it is. But I've got to get all those hours and hours worth of footage and carve something watchable out of it. Darn, is it hard. It's just so hard. I'm just looking at it, and a lot of it, I think a lot of the footage is pretty bad. I think it's pretty bad so far. I'm looking at it, I'm thinking, wow, this is bad. This is such awful looking. This is so awful looking. It's so frustrating. It looks nothing like, you know, what I visualize up in here. If I could get the movie that's in my head, it looks great. If I could drag it out, turn it into put it on the internet just like that, it would be a pretty good movie that a lot of people would probably enjoy watching. By the time I finished editing this movie that I'm working on right now, what you'll have is a great big sloppy amateur mess that no one's going to want to give any minute of their... I'll be lucky if anyone watches just a minute of it, but it is what it is. I feel like I got to do it. I feel driven. I don't know why. I've got no idea. I can't explain it, but I just feel driven to finish it. I feel driven to make it. Even though I know it's pointless. Even though I know it's just completely pointless. I know no one wants to watch this, and no one will, but I'm still just, for some crazy reason I'm just driven to make the movie, and I've come too far to just abandon it, because I've got, like I said, I've got all the footage. The movie is there among all that footage. I just got to cut it out, try and make it entertaining. But you know, of all the movies I've made, all the movies I made over the years, they never turn out how I originally imagined them. They all look completely awful. In my head they look great, but when I finish making them, they look. I will hold up my hand and I will admit they look terrible. They do look terrible, but I feel like I gotta do. I feel like I said, this drive to do it. I can't explain. It's strange. Can't explain it. I guess it's the same. I guess it's like painting. Doing a painting and putting it up on the wall and hoping that people might walk by and look at it. Maybe they'll get it. It's the same sort of thing, only as a movie. And writing. It's a bit of writing, but my thoughts on movies and movie making, now having been making movies now for quite a long time. I think that my opinion of filmmaking is, yeah, it's hard, but I feel like right now you definitely need to be part of a studio. You need to have money. If you want your movie to look good, and you want it to be a cinematic movie, and you want people to sit down and give it the time of day, you need money. There's no way. I don't think you can really create something that's just, amateur and I don't know, just how I feel like. I feel like you need to have a studio behind you. You need to have money. More importantly, okay, I think more important than money, because you got good computers now. You can buy really good cameras, and you can buy really brilliant computers with fantastic, editing software. Which filmmakers back in the day didn't have. Back in the, go back to 80s, 70s, 60s, 50s, 40s, but go right back in time, you had no choice but to be part of a studio back then, because how the hell are you going to edit your movie? You didn't have your home computer to go ahead and do it on, no? Right? So right now, in the world of filmmaking, I feel like if you're going to make a movie and it's going to be halfway decent, you definitely need to have like a team of people. You need to have a real good... You need to have a team that you've got a good chemistry with, but you need to have a team of talented people. You need to have people that just, they know how to operate the camera properly. Someone that can, light the scene. All this stuff. Get the sound right, make sure the sound is working properly. Someone that, you need to find people that they just know this. They know how to do it. And you need to get actors involved that just kind of they got screen presence. They look good on the camera. They look good. People want to see the person who's starring in the movie. And and the movies I make, of all the movies I've made, yes, I'm the star of them. I'm the main character because I got no choice. And nobody wants to see me as the star of a movie. No one wants to see me as the star of the movie. I get it. I totally understand that. I mean, I wouldn't want to see me starring in a movie. It's just I got no choice. I've tried to build a team in the past. You have no idea. I've tried to build a team, and I don't know if it's where I live in the UK, but people just don't seem to want to know. People don't seem to want to know. And even when I found people that seemed initially interested or even excited about the project, they're just not committed. They get distracted by real life. Which is fair enough, I get it, but there's just been times in the past where where people have let me down, and I'm just like, what was the point? What was the point in even saying that you're going to help get this done and you're not going to? I just, I could go on and on and on about stories, but I can't seem to find, these old filmmakers that we all laugh at nowadays, like these old, like Ed Wood, for example, the most famous example of a bad filmmaker who struggled to make movies, and people laugh at his movies. Oh, I think his movies are all right. But let's just look at Ed Wood. Now, the one thing I do envy about Ed Wood always struggled to get money to make movies because, I think Ed Wood would have done really well now. I think he would have his own YouTube channel and a digital camera and stuff. But the one thing I always envied about Ed Wood Jr. was that he had his own team. He did have a team of people that helped him out, who would act in his movies. I really envy that. It's so frustrating. That's the one big bane for me. The one big bane. I think if I could assemble a team, I'm sure I could make something better, if I could get some people that are just a little bit daring. Because a lot of people that I've got, and we've gone outside to shoot movies, they lose their nerve and they see someone walking, they drop the camera and they run, and I'm like, where are you going? No one cares. No one cares. I can remember we were making a movie and the person that was holding the camera, I went off to do my thing. I was acting as a character in the movie, and I went off to do my thing. I turned around and the camera person was gone. They'd vanished. They disappeared. I was like, what the hell? Because they lost their nerve because they were scared, they were embarrassed that there were other people around at the time, I'm like, other people other people generally don't care what you're doing. I mean, I know it does happen, like, we've found a place that's normally quiet, and we get out there with a camera, and then all of a sudden there's just people everywhere. That does happen a lot. I don't know, it's just, it's crazy, but those people generally don't care. You can shoot the scene or whatever, and keep them out of the camera, and it can be done, but everyone I've ever done this with usually loses their nerve, and yeah, it's pretty bad. It's just rubbish, really. And I did have another camera person about a year ago, and this person was helping me shoot scenes for Unseen, the movie I'm working on right now, and we did go into an old abandoned building, and again the same thing. They just let me down. We shot a load of thank goodness we shot a lot of stuff. I'm grateful that we managed to do that. The bulk of the movie, basically. But we were going to shoot a few more scenes, just to flesh the movie out a bit and a little bit. And this person just, they said, yeah, let's meet up, we'll do it then. And then, yeah, we never did. They never turned up. And that was the end of that. Haven't met up, haven't filmed anything since. I don't know what happened there, to be honest with you. I really don't know. But they just sort of zoned out and didn't seem to be interested whatsoever in filming anything. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what to say. I guess they got caught up in, real life things that people do in their real lives. I get it. I do get it. People are consumed by their real lives. I totally understand. Not everyone can spend their lives thinking about movies and making movies and stuff like that. I get it. But I just wish I could meet a few people that were at least 50%, not 100%, just 50% committed to the cause of making, trying to make some kind of art, trying to make art that's slightly better, than what I'm doing right now, and I feel like, gosh, I feel like I could make a better movie. I feel like I could make a better movie if I had a team, if I had people that were they wanted to make movies, and I could come up with a story and they could add things to it and make the story better. Go out somewhere, find interesting locations and shoot lots of interesting scenes. It can can be done. I'm certain. It's just you've got to somehow find those right people. Yeah. But as it is, I got to keep making movies like this, mostly by myself. I do, like I said, I do get help every now and then, but I do get help every now and then. This movie Unseen, I haven't made it 100% me, and I have had a lot of help, but it's all been like such a struggle to get these people to help me. It's been like such a struggle. Like the one person that I was getting to do the camera work, like it was months before we finally got together. Seriously, I mean, you know, before they could get out of their real life commitments, and they're like, okay, I got a couple of hours off of work, and I finished speaking to such and such a person, and I don't have to go and speak to them. I can carry the camera around and we can film these scenes, and you know, and it's like, yeah, and but as it is, this is the only way I'm gonna, as it is, this is the only way I'm gonna get the movies made. And it's difficult, and I can imagine a lot of people will probably, if they're watching and listening to this, they're probably thinking, why don't you just give up? And I get that. I get, why don't you just give up? Yeah, sure, but you know what, I just can't, because I get this vision. It's like a vision. And I'm like, gotta do this. I gotta do this. I get this vision, and I write the movie down, and then I have to write the movie about 3 times, because the first time I write the movie, it's never going to get made without a budget, right? Then I have to write it again, and I have to condense it. Maybe I can do this, and then I do it a third time. I condense it a third time. Okay, I can probably do this. Might need a little bit of help, but I reckon I can make this. And I always get these visions. I've got more of these visions of stuff I want to do. Damn, it's kind of a curse in a way. Being an artist, someone who's very creative, it's kind of a curse, because it never leaves your mind. It's always in your mind. So barely sleep at all. It's awful. But you gotta do all this stuff. I gotta do it. I just feel like and I just gotta hope as time goes by, maybe I can get a team together. Maybe I can meet people that want to do this, and maybe make something that's just halfway. Maybe we could get together and create a story that has more universal interest, like more people are going to be interested in it and tune in, and make something halfway decent, make something that's nice and good, you know. I'd love it. I'd love to do that. But you need to have a team of people with you. You can't do it by yourself. And I watch these movies. I watch a lot of these movies, and you know, and I look at them and I study them. And I just look at the lighting, and the way the camera moves along, and it's just so beautifully done, and I'm just like, yeah, you can't, I can't do it. I can't do it, not by myself. I could try, but it won't work. You know, I've been watching films by the Russian filmmaker Andrei Tarkovsky. Been watching a lot of his film. Watched Stalker, and I was watching this movie, and I thought, oh, I love this, you know. And I've only really just discovered this filmmaker. Only just discovered him in the last couple of months. But I started to watch his movies, and this one in particular, this one movie in particular, and I watched it, and I got it, and I thought, this is great. This is the kind of thing I'd like to do, something like this. And it's just so beautiful, and it looks so beautiful, and I just look at it, and I sometimes I get depressed when I look at it. I just think how nice it looks, and I'd like to do something similar to that. I don't want to rip the guy off. That's not what I'm about at all. I want to do my own original thing. Absolutely. I want to create my own original art. And my art is generally, of all the movies I've ever made, my movies come from me, come from within. I've never conscientiously tried to be like someone. The only movie I can think of, short movie I can think of where I did was kind of a parody was the King Bong. It was a short movie called King Bong. I made it ages ago. It's like 35 minutes. And that movie was like, it was about King Kong. It was a joke, comedy, stupid movie about King Kong. It was awful. 35 minutes of awfulness that I made ages ago. That's the only time I can think when I tried to, when I was kind of, I don't like to say ripping off, but kind of joking about someone else's ideas, yeah, because I do love King Kong, the movie, the black and white one, yeah. The original King Kong movie I think is great. And I wanted to do my own silly version of it, which is what I did. And it's bad. But anyway, yeah, I need to get a team together somehow. I don't know how I'm going to do it. I have no idea. I've got no idea. I've tried. And I get like that, but let down. But I'm going to try and be positive about it. It's got to be people out there that want to join forces with me, and we can work together and make some decent art. Let's do this.